Assalamu alaikum. This is Hira Minhas, roll number EP1770056, 4th Prof evening. My main topic is radial arm mace and my subtopic is 3D radial arm mace. So let's first cover the introduction. The 3D radial arm mace is basically a modification of the radial arm mace. It is also called as radiolarian mace. In the 3D version of the mace, food rewards are located at the end of the arms that project from a sphere, not from a disc, so that for each horizontal arm coordinate, there are 2 vertical coordinates. There are 3 types of arms that provides high degree of flexibility: the flattened, raised and lowered arms. As you can see in this figure, the 3 arms. It is basically designed with a central platform that is connected to the flexible arms via the bridges. This mace serves as an effective model for understanding the neural and behavioral mechanism underlying spatial learning and memory. It also enables investigation of the drug effects on memory and cognition. Now, what's the apparatus? It consists of octagonal shaped central platform of 30 cm diameter with equally spaced arm, as you can see the 3 arms. Arms of dimension are radiating from the platform that is raised 60 cm from the ground. The platform itself can be raised or lowered by 15 cm. Now, what are the training protocols? The 3D radial arm mace procedure involves setting up the apparatus in the desired configuration and placing the subject on the central platform. Subject is allowed to traverse the setup freely and the activity is recorded. Apparatus is cleaned and sanitized before every test to minimize the effect of any residue. Subject is placed on the central platform as starting position and then it moves to different arms. Evaluation of reaction to open spaces. The test to determine the responses of the subject to open spaces can be performed with 3 experimental conditions, that is without food deprivation, with food deprivation, and in the presence of safe space. In the first experiment, the subject is randomly chosen from a batch and it is tested in one of the 3 maze configuration. The subject is then left to explore the maze and its activity is observed and recorded for 12 minutes. In the second experiment, the subjects are tested on elevated arm configuration. In this experiment, the apparatus is modified using the wire mesh on the floor of bridge and cups with pallets as a reward are kept at each arm end. The subject is left to explore the maze until all 8 choices are made or 10 minutes have elapsed or increased. Exceeded. In the third experiment, a cylinder with small openings leading to each arm, so it is used to create safe spaces over the central platform. In this experiment, the subjects are tested under different arm configuration and each session lasts for 12 minutes. Evaluation of anxiolytic effect of benzodiazepine. Benzodiazepine is anxiolytic agent. Subjects are tested under different dosage of drugs on raised arm configuration. It is used to study the effect of benzodiazepine as an anxiolytic agent by observing the subject's performance in spatial navigation task. Level of anxiety is indicated by lower number of entries into the arm. This test may serve as an animal model to demonstrate the anxiety responses of human. Evaluation of the role of H3 receptor in anxiety. The 3D radial arm maze, it is used to probe the utility of H3 receptor with respect to anxiety domain. In this experiment, the bridges are lifted or tilted at an angle of 40 degree, simulating raised horizontal arm above the central platform. And we concluded that the H3 receptor has no role in anxiety but may have considerable utility in fear-induced avoidance response. There are 12 behavioral parameters that are recorded in 3D radial arm maze. That is number 1, the number of bridges and arm entries, number of bridges entries before first arm visit, latency of first entry to a bridge, latency of first entry to an arm, latency of first entry in the 8th arm, total duration and average duration of bridge entries, total duration and average duration of arm entries, total duration and average duration of center re-entries, average number of entries to center between arm visits, total latencies and average latency between exits from and entries to arm, number of unique arm visits, and number 12, the session duration are basically recorded in 3D radial arm maze. In observation, we got a graph that shows a sample for number of entries to the bridges when the subject is tested for its response to the open spaces. It shows the number of entries in different arms, that is the raised, flattened, or the lowered arms to the bridges. Now this graph shows a sample of frequency of approaches to the bridges when the subject is tested for the effect of benzodiazepine as anxiolytic. When we give the dose of benzodiazepine, the number of approaches to the bridges increased. What are the strengths of the radial arm maze? The 3D radial arm maze enables testing the subject responses to open spaces and spatial navigation in both horizontal and vertical plane. Flexible design of arm enable testing under different configuration and for an individual arm to be configured separately. There are small cube plates that are used to create the visual stimuli. It is used in investigation of neural mechanisms of anxiety responses in addition to learning and memory. What are the limitations of three-dimensional radial arm maze? The performance of the subject cannot be generalized as subject's emotional status plays important role. So we cannot generalize the performance. And if we do overtraining of the subject, it results in false result. Now here are some references. Thank you.